Hi everybody, my name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. Well, do you treat your food plan like it's a no matter what? Under any and all circumstances, you follow your food plan? Do you? I do. I know how important it is for me to have that structure and discipline of eating what's in my tracker in that day for that, no matter what. No matter what. You know why? Because when I get derailed, it could be like when you get derailed. And derailing, there's no guarantee that the next meal you'll be better, or the next day you'll pull it all together and get back on track. We don't know. We don't know where that derailment is going to take us. And we can do such damage to our momentum and our motivation when we let something sway us. And look at it this way. Say something happened and you had your food plan. You had the food for the food plan for the day. And, you didn't end up in a hospital or anything like that. Say it was a flat tire, say you had to pick up a kid at school that was sick, and you come home. Now, is that a reason to derail for the rest of the day what you're going to eat and call out for pizza? No, it's not. And I don't want to see you do that. That's not an option. If perhaps it got too difficult, there's always like a hamburger patty, right? With a couple of veggies or a salad. But if you have to change, make it change to match your food plan and not the standard American diet. Don't cave to calling one of those companies that delivers and getting your food in. You're only going to feel icky. You're only going to feel guilty. You're going to be out $30 or $40 for a meal that you had planned for definitely under 10, right? You don't want to do that. You've come too far. I wouldn't even think of ordering takeout. Not that I'm all that in a ham sandwich. It's just that I've gotten so structured and disciplined and used to cooking and used to having my food plan. I have containers of soup in the freezer if worse came to worse, and all I could handle was microwaving something to have for dinner. But there's always a scrambled egg with cheese on it or something. But I really hate to see you get derailed and think that you can come back. It's the coming back. You read that here under my comments and in other places. You read that about people that got derailed and didn't think it was going to be for any longer than that meal, or maybe that day, or maybe that vacation, or maybe that transition from one job to another, or something like that. And then they lost the control. How does that happen? We've all done it, perhaps, especially if you've gotten to be my age. There have been many, many times when my best intentions didn't even come close to being exercised. And yet my intentions were the best. And yet I allowed myself to be swayed into thinking that I was either normal again or that tomorrow I would regroup. No, those things don't happen. They don't happen. If they do, you're lucky. If you catch yourself going down, a couple of my pickles have, and they've commented, they stopped at 3 to 5 pounds. They didn't have to make it into something else. One of them is a lifetime Weight Watcher person. She didn't go past her, whatever it was, her goal weight that would cause her to lose her lifetime status. But she knows that she slipped up. So when you slip up, you really need to sit down and take a total assessment of what is going on. You know you don't want to do that. You know the work, the months, the weeks, the days, the tracking, the shopping, the preparing, the chopping, the putting in little containers. You know all that work that you've done all the way along. Why blow it now? Why blow all the gains of losing that you have to just turn to that standard American diet and say you'll do? It won't do. You know it won't do. It doesn't work. If it did before, we wouldn't be having this conversation today. Oh, that's right. This isn't a conversation. So please, please, please take care of yourself. If you get derailed, do what you need to do. Reach out for support on a website. Reach out for support through messaging somebody or texting somebody or calling somebody or going to your meeting and being honest with the person next to you. You know, don't snub somebody or think that they're also smug and perfect because they haven't deviated. Trust me, nobody got to success on the wings of victory. We dragged ourselves to a place where we couldn't take it one more day, one more bite, one more meal. And so we know hell. We've been there. We choose not to go back there. So what might appear to you as perfect isn't perfect. It's holding on to a structure and a discipline and a tracker and a fridge and a pantry that have the right foods in it for your food plan. That's what it is. It's not a smugness. It's a, I'm holding on. This is what works for me. It took me a long time to get to this formula, and I'm not giving it up for anybody today. So trust me, when I got here, it was not pretty. It was not easy, but I'd had enough. I'd had enough. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, to steal a saying from the 12-step programs. I was sick and tired of, going all day. You've seen those diets. I love them. I mean, they are humorous, where the person has one scrambled egg with one egg white, and then they have like a 4-ounce orange for breakfast. For lunch, they have a salad with 4 ounces of grilled chicken on it and 2 tablespoons of some low-cal dressing. And then they have like a little bunch of grapes for dessert. And then they have a snack midday. Maybe it's a bar, maybe not. I don't know. And then by dinner, they're having the sleeve of Oreo cookies. They're pulling out the ice cream from the back of the freezer that was there for the in case of emergency. And the rest of the night is one big blur. No. That's like being sober until dinner time and thinking you're sober. You can't do it that way. So be careful when you get derailed. Be careful and honor your food plan. Honor it like it's your life support, like it actually is a tube to oxygen or something as important as that. That's how I look at it every single day. I don't mess with it. My maintenance is because I hold on tightly, not because I'm smug and I'm perfect, but because because I've had failures so many times in life. And who's at the wheel when there's a failure? Me. Who's at the wheel when there's a success now? Me. Who works on maintaining? I have to. I don't have a group of cooks coming in and preparing my food and putting it in front of me on some fine china and saying, here is your, macro balanced meal. I got to take care of myself. The reward, which may come across as like a smug or a perfection, is really a sense of like, I'm doing it. I'm doing it for myself, and I want to be a power of example to others because I've gotten far enough into doing it for myself that I can give back, that I can understand the pitfalls, the pratfalls, the dungeons, the caves, all of those things, because you've been there and done that. And that's what a lot of us are able to say today. We practice it daily, all the way through to the last bite, and we don't deviate. We don't deviate. It's so simple and so difficult. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. Thanks for listening. Be careful of derailment. Stick close to your program. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.